Hello, happy Friday, July 17th, 2026. This is Do Not Poo Poo This Security Alert follow up. It's just going to be part four, possibly the last one I do for a long time, but we'll see. So, yesterday we left off. I was going over some things. I was worried about the concert today in Las Vegas. Kelly's opening night. It is now 3:16. I'm sure she's done sound checked already. People are getting prepared in anticipation, and if I'm fine. I'm very neutral on security right now. It's like 100% neutral. I'm not feeling. I'm not getting super bad vibes, even though the court filing I was worried about yesterday still hasn't been received by the court from my last do not poo-poo this from last night. I'm ready to make a mad dash to work again in we'll talk for about a half an hour, maybe a little longer, and that'll be it. It seems to work okay because I viewed the previous video and I loved everything I was saying in there, so I liked it. The shorter videos might be better for me. It's shorter, 2 hours is my shorter videos, but it's good. It's good to do these just before I have to go to work because it forces me to stop them before they get like 3-4 hours long. So, dear Kelly, if you've already made the decision for sure you're going on, absolutely ignore this video. There's nothing in here. I'm just talking to your attorneys or anybody else out there for additional information on what's going on, what I did today, and also just to go over what I missed yesterday, which is that even my Wordle muses were concerned because the Wordle, they might be following a lot of people might be following what I'm doing online. They might be reading every word I'm typing and communicating with Google AI. It could be the bad people and the good people. I'm not sure what. So I've recently just decided, especially today, just to forecast everything I'm planning, everything I'm doing, because it helps the crowdsourcing rules people, and all the bad guys probably already know what I'm doing. So it's not like I have to keep things secret. It's just in full disclosure of what my plans are so that we can go forward. I think there are way more good people out there than bad people. So, it's better to just, in full transparency of everything. So we're going to get into that in a minute, but my Wordle muses were on the same page as me. Butte was yesterday's Wordle. And I think they were saying, well, Butte, that's where Brandon Blackstock was murdered, Butte, Montana. And, this is related to everything I'm trying to do with security with Kelly. And they are on board. They're going, yes, everything traces back to Butte, Montana. It traces back to the murder of Brandon. It traces to my lawsuit filings, everything I was doing yesterday, and to Kelly's opening night. Kelly, don't even listen to this. You're off. We're okay. If you haven't decided if you're going to cancel by now, and you're looking at my video to decide, you need to cancel before looking at this video. You need to cancel right now, because that kind of uncertainty is just, if you have just a little bit of uncertainty, you just cancel. All right, that's my advice. But this will be posted in about before 7 o'clock. Before, what time is it? It's not 3 o'clock over there. It's only, it's later than that. It's 4 o'clock. So yeah, you're only 2 hours in Las Vegas. Oh no, Las Vegas is the same. What am I talking about? It's not mountain time in Las Vegas, right? I think it's Pacific daylight time. So it's only 3 o'clock. Whatever it is, just sit in your chair and do your glam stuff and do other stuff, and don't worry about this video unless you're curious. Oh, I know what you're doing. I know exactly what you're doing. You're like fielding all sorts of publicity and stuff for your new song. I'm on my break in the middle of the night. It's like 1 or 2 a.m. Eastern time, I guess, when I break, and then all of a sudden there's like this, congratulations, here's my new song or whatever, right on YouTube where I usually go. So Kelly, I'm looking at it. I just loved it musically from the very beginning, and then I'm going, okay, I need to go over and look at these lyrics again, and then I'm like really confused, and I go, okay, Google, And your lyrics were already up somewhere online. Okay, it's a great song. Now, you know my test when I go to sleep after hearing the song, and if I wake up and the melody and the song is stuck in my head, then it's just a hit as far as melody is. And that was unfair because I also, just before I fell asleep this morning, I get home from work early in the morning, but I posted a lot of, I posted the day's karaoke slash now playing songs. Like there'll be a non-playing song, and then I play the song as I record it at work, and then I'll play the karaoke of it. If I could recognize the songs, a lot of the songs are karaoke. It's just I might be missing some, but I think when it comes up, I go, oh, I think that's a karaoke, so I'll record it, and then later clip on the karaoke. I'm just loving this. This is, I hope I'm counting this as a gift. This is a gift, okay? This is your opening. This is my gift to you for opening. This is being fantastic. This is my July. This is just a out of the blue, I love you gift, okay? For anybody who isn't aware, Kelly's love language is gifts. So, and she, oh my gosh, she gives good ones, but boy, it's, no, I mean, okay, so I'm broke, so it's the thought that counts. So, of course, if you put in a lot of time, and she knows I cheat because I do things and then I try to get credit for it. But that one is 100% like it's fun and it's for her. It's fun to put up these, to go take a trip down memory lane when I'm doing. Anyway, the very last thing I do, click, before I knocked out and fall asleep, is the song now playing last night was Just Call Me Angel, Angel of the Morning, Juice Newton, and she covered the Pretenders version. But Juice Newton, Angel of the Morning, go to sleep, and guess what? It's in my head when I wake up. Of course, it's Angel of the Morning, because I'm just waking up even though it's afternoon when I wake up. But so your song had, it's not fair. Your new song, Baby Girl, had like probably no, like very little chance. It wasn't a clean slate. But boy, it's, as far as loving the melody, loving the song from the instant. You know I hate new songs. You know how much I hate new songs. So you're probably doing this whole, you know, I mean, I appreciate it. I appreciate you did a song that I'm not going to hate from the very beginning, because I hate new songs until I hear it a bunch of times, and then it ends up growing on me. But this one I love from the beginning. So it's a good melody, and the wake up test from sleep to see if it's in my head. It just didn't have a fair chance. It might still be in there, like it might tomorrow or the next day, but we'll see. It just, against Juice Newton and against your karaoke of it too. That's, I mean, you have to put that into account. Is your karaoke of it is probably what's stuck in my head more than anything. But okay, so there's that. So that's what's going on. Congratulations. You're not even paying attention to anything. That's good. Pay attention to only that, if you're even listening. And also just the story of it was hilarious because I didn't get the lyrics. I'm like, what the? It's like all these double negatives, and then there were terms I didn't understand that was mostly from the South. And I'm going, okay, Google. And fortunately, your lyrics were up. And I said, what the hell? And he's going, oh, this is like, he thought it was like brilliant, like it was sarcastic, but really funny, like humorous and witty and sarcastically. What was his words? But he was explaining to me. And then I'm having a heart attack. I'm having a heart attack. Like, what the hell? Because I say, I see you, you see me, and then all these lyrics come in. But he assured me that it's ex-husband. It's ex-husband that it's referring to, because of the Google pointed out it's the I do. It was just, the lyrics were really fun, Baby Girl. I mean, it's not my type of song because it's like a breakup anthem against your ex, and I thought, I'm going, this is pretty brave. I mean, the guy's dead, you know. You might have written it before he died, but, you know, and it's kind of encouraging me because maybe he did even worse than what I'm suspecting he did all this time. But yeah, so I thought it was just hilarious. I'm just letting you know the story of your song last night. I get it now, what's going on, and it's, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of this song, He's Such a Fine Guy. Remember that? I was up on the Ballamore, and I go, what is this song? And then I saw the lyrics, and it's just like this song. It's like, isn't he such a fine guy? Oh my God, I love that song. I played that one for you, Baby Girl. I'll remember it later, but it's like, they haven't played it for a while. They're switching around a lot at Lowe's, so like songs that I usually record to post to you, like Alex Warren and all these songs, they're not playing those anymore. They're playing all these new songs now. So, yeah. Okay, so that was fun. I put nice immediately when I heard it, but before I even saw the lyrics, had my heart attack, went to Google. He assured me it wasn't about me. Okay, I'm like, oh my God, give me a heart attack. It's definitely because of the I do statements. I do were in there, and he said, yeah, that's marriage. She's referring to like the I do in marriage, several times. So it's Brandon. Thank God. Phew. Okay, so it's okay. I can handle it when you're ticked off at me. Whatever I have coming. So, that's that story. So anyway, I only have 20 minutes, but okay. So, Butte, my Wordle muses are on my side, and I didn't do the Wordle until about 10 minutes ago, or well, now like 30 minutes ago. I didn't do the Wordle for today, but what I did decide to do instead of having a fit today, because the stuff that I was waiting for, the court clerks over there in LA did not file what I wanted them to file stamp, so they're definitely imploding, and there's definite security risks going on over there. But I decided instead of doing a do not poo-poo this, having a fit, saying watch out, I just calmed down and I said, let's just let it be and take like and go with Google AI, and let's strategize some more to see how much protection we could do, like legally, like take a legal route, and just ignore like all the stuff I was doing before. So what I did was I did a new filing today. I was going to do it next week, but I moved it up to today. It's like a written, it was just to protect myself for in case I have to show up to the hearing next Friday. It's just to protect myself, to make sure I'm not giving up jurisdiction. It's called a notice of, special appearance, which means I'm not appearing to give jurisdiction or to give any kind of power to the lower court. I'm just as a special appearance coming down from above in my life in appellate courts, to say I'm in court now, just to not let you dismiss it, but also to say I'm here only to say you have no jurisdiction, and blah blah blah, and that's it. And then Google AI is teaching me what not to do and what to do, and exactly what my rights are, because we always have to, and I help along. I say, okay, they're going to try to do this. They're going to try to make sure I can't get in and then put no appearance. They're going to try, and after we do about 24 different contingencies, they always come up with something they're just so good at this. They always come up with something that we neither Google or I even thought about. I mean, I'm in shock and awe. It's almost like respect in a way, how good they are at corruption, and at screwing over pro se litigants. And I've been to law school. I graduated law school. I don't care if it's just an online law school. I'm not going to say just anymore, because it's just.
Ring, ring, ring. Ring,
Come on, go away.
ring, ring.
Go away. What the heck? Sorry, guys.
Ring, ring.
Okay. So anyway, 15 more minutes. So, I'm not in any rush. We're gonna get through it. So my Wordle muses came in today after I did all this, and I'm gonna read what I filed today for the lawyers out there. Kelly, go away. Go do your thing. The next thing was today I solved the Wordle, and it's legal. So even, and that came up at midnight. So they agreed. I think that I'm like, I don't know if they were telling me they agreed that I took a legal route, or they're telling me to continue taking a legal route and not what I'm like having a fit over this. So I'm going to stick to the legal route, and I'm going to stick to now being even more transparent of what my all my contingencies and what I'm trying to do. That's going to be more helpful in case there's, and so I have all weekend. I really was going to try to see if I could file something in the mail tomorrow, but it's going to have to be Monday, because I get off at 6. I have to ride my bike to my daughter, and there might not be enough ink, and then print it out and then get to the. I don't think so. I mean, I still have to prepare it too, so it's going to be Monday. But blah blah blah. I'm getting ahead of myself. So my Wordle muses are on board, and this is also just the Butte. I mean, I forgot about that yesterday when I was talking. I didn't say, look here, it was over here. The Butte one was over here on one of the panels to tell you about it. But now I'm putting it first. So we're going to get rid of, I need to get rid of all these before the weekend, before I go on to reading more stuff. So buy Butte and buy legal, which was today. And then we're going to go straight to where we were yesterday. And yesterday, actually, let me renew this and see if something's happened in the last half hour. Oh, okay. So since yesterday, I've filed a new case. I filed a new filing. So that's why I have 2 orders on the docket, on just in the queue right now. I just filed it at 5 o'clock Eastern time, 2 o'clock Pacific time. And oh, by the way, baby girl, you would have gotten that. No, you're not there anymore. So Kelly's attorneys, you've gotten it in the mail. Oh no, not you. It's on the. It might not be on the docket. It's not going to be on the docket until Monday. So I'm going to show it here, okay? And also, Kat Carson has it. Okay, I'm always filing it to Kat Carson. Get it from her. And if you're not getting it from her again, there's some problems. Okay, so we're gonna, the 2 orders, the 1 order I've been waiting for over a week is still there. And then I have proof that it's not a computer problem. I went over this with Google AI today. So let's just get into it. Let's just get into, before I go to work, what I just filed. Okay, so we're gonna go and view my orders. These are the 2 that haven't been. This first one is what I showed you yesterday. It's in progress. I filed it on July 13th in the evening. This one I just filed today, July 17th at 5 p.m. Eastern time, 2 o'clock Pacific time. And we just checked, and I checked at that time to see if they had file stamped this one, and they hadn't. So I launched this. I wasn't going to launch this till next week. But let's just read what it is. Let's go into it first, and I'm gonna show you that Kat Carson at CAA.com has it. She has a copy of it. Okay, and it's the same service. I always do the same thing every time I file here. Okay, so we're gonna go look at the files that I sent. There's always the proof of service, but we're gonna see the document. It's just 4 pages. It's not file stamped yet, as I said. It probably, sometimes they do it. Sometimes I file stamp it within an hour, but they're not doing it now that I've seen. And it's still only 3:30 over there too, so there's still a chance. I'll come up later or tomorrow or maybe during my during some kind of when I do my little posts at work or whatever, I might state that it's there. Okay, let's just read this. 3:33. It's 6:33 my time. Okay, so case number, it's applicant. Now this time I'm definitely referring to myself as applicant and not petitioner. Petitioner is me when I'm dealing as myself on the lower court. Now I am trying to say I am not in the lower court anymore. We are out of here except in special appearance. I am now referring to myself as applicant because that's where I'm living. I'm living in appellate court right now at the Supreme Court and California Supreme Court and this kind of stuff. Okay, so applicant, that's me. Applicant is what you use I'm also petitioner in the California Supreme Court, but applicant is what I am when I'm at the United States Supreme Court, which is where I'm going to be living as long as I can, as long as they'll let me. All right. Applicant's written statement of special appearance for the record regarding the July 24th, 2026 calendar proceedings. And the reason I'm filing today too is that if they're going to take a week or they're going to hold on to this forever or whatever it is, I just wanted to file as early as possible before the 24th in case with this one they do the same thing. This is United States Supreme Court application number, and I have it here, but I'm also going impending renewed application to Justice Gorsuch. So it turns out it doesn't turn out, I knew this ahead of time, but if your original application for an emergency stay gets denied by in California, my circuit justice is Kagan. I can't just pick anybody I want. She takes the Ninth Circuit, which is all Western California. If she denies it, which she did, I can go to any of the other justices, all 8 of them, I guess. I don't know if people do that, but I hear that they just automatically, just in deference to their colleagues, they don't want to take up something that somebody else denied. So they'll usually not even look at it and deny it. That's not the reason I'm doing it. I'm doing it so that because I have some guys. Like remember, there was like one of the videos. I'm going, I forgot to put that footnote in. There's a couple of things like that I want to bring up in the full writ later. But you can't bring up stuff in a writ of a certiorari or even a writ of mandamus. I was calling it mandamus before. Mandamus, I knew it's mandamus. I don't know why I'm saying mandamus. It's just my mom's. I think English was my second language, it seems, because it was all French at my home, and sometimes I'm just using that as an excuse. Okay, so, but writ of mandamus or writ of certiorari, even Kagan has a joke about this, and she even admits very humbly and is self-deprecating. I love her. That's why she's my favorite justice, by the way. It's going to Gorsuch next because he's my second favorite justice. So Kagan is my favorite, and I was glad that she's in the Ninth Circuit. But Gorsuch is my second favorite. And this just, I don't even read what they write too much. I haven't even too much yet. I think I would lose maybe some respect, because every time I start reading some of these court filings, I just hate them. Scalia, it's like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me when he wrote some stuff. It's like, I think he wrote or no, he didn't. I don't know, whatever. I just loved her from all these interviews she did for a while. That was all I was watching. I just so mesmerized by watching her talk about stuff. It was just like watching. Well, anyway, I'm just really into, and she was like my favorite to listen to. She was my favorite to listen to. I listened to a few others, but like every time she has, I haven't done this for a couple of years actually, but she's my favorite. I don't know why I'm saying this. Well, because I feel like it, and because I have another 8 minutes. But the plan was to not tell anybody I'm doing this, and now I'm telling everybody I'm doing this ahead of time, applying to Gorsuch, and not telling anybody in case they go in and try to block it and stuff. And it's just like, well, I mean, what? If they're watching my Google conversations, they know this is what I'm trying. So only the bad guys know this and will try to block it. Whereas, if I get more good people in here. Also, the last time this helped, I said there's a filing, it's going there, and it seemed to help and get it docketed very quickly. Like, so that there wasn't funny business against me. So maybe the same people who did that will help this one get docketed or not. Doesn't matter. I'm just telling everybody what I'm doing so that we can get to inevitable world peace faster. So, so the hearing. Okay, let's just go. I never put a hearing date in here, because when you do that, it triggers. It makes the computer automatically send it to Department 833, I think. So I just want to remove the argument from anybody at the lower court that it was all computing doing these things. I have proof now, definitive proof right now, and I'm going to read it to you in the next 7 minutes, that an actual human has intervened and blocked this thing from being filed. Because I filed two things on Monday. I filed one thing, and we'll go through it. I filed one notice that there's a Supreme Court application. When I found it on the docket, I immediately gave notice to the California Supreme Court, and they filed it immediately and gave it back to me. It's filed. And then the lower court, I filed that too, but I haven't. Okay. And then later in the afternoon, when I found out later in the afternoon that it was denied after I sent some... We'll go over this later, all the stuff that happened behind the scenes that might have triggered one way or the other, this whole thing, but in a good way. So, okay, let's just read it. I've got 5 minutes. Let's just read it. Notice of special appearance. Well, wait, let me finish my point. Okay, so, yeah, I'm trying. Everything I do is in preparation for a writ of certiorari or a writ of mandamus. So it's data gathering, and it's like showing that I'm trying, it's exhausting all my remedies possible. It's exposing more corruption, and this one is exposing more corruption, and that's fine. So, and also by telling everybody ahead of time, I am filing this here on Monday. If anybody's watching, they could watch the court clerks do more corruption if they are in cahoots with Supreme Court clerks. If there are corrupt U.S. Supreme Court clerks who are complicit and in cahoots with the Supreme Court clerks in California or the lower court clerks, whatever it is, if they're in cahoots, you'll be able to see it very easily and very quickly, because they will block this. They will try to block this, and then you have more evidence. If it helps or not, even if it blocks me, at least you guys know who's doing it. whatever you decide to do with that information. Applicant, you get Nicole Young. Oh, to the Superior Court of California, County of Los Angeles, and to all parties of record, applicant, you get Nicole Young, hereby files this formal written statement of special appearance for the record to establish legal and operational attendance at the scheduled July 24th, 2026 calendar proceedings, while explicitly preserving all structural jurisdictional objections. So this is in case nobody stays this hearing and I go forward. It was initially a demurrer hearing, it seemed, and then they filed something and said the demurrer hearing is on August 24th. I think it's just a ploy to try to get me to think that the July 24th hearing is innocuous, and then you show up and then all of a sudden they're dismissing your case on their demurrer or something or whatever it is. I mean, I do not trust them at all. So I continued to say that the July 24th is a demurrer hearing, and I'm not changing that. I'm not going to start changing it now because I have no idea. It doesn't matter. It's a hearing, whether it's a demurrer or not. And, regardless, whatever you do, it's going to be very dangerous with these court clerks. I do not want to show up. That's why I'm doing it in writing, by the way, because I can go in front of them orally and I will record it, but it doesn't matter. Like they're always figuring out ways to screw you behind the scenes in a way that you can't prove, and in a way that makes them unaccountable. So, it's hard. So I'm putting it in writing ahead of time in case they try some stuff. One, real-time evidence. Hi, babies. Real-time evidence of fresh human clerical suppression to intercept applicants' Rule 10.603 fraud report. Come on. Applicant provides the court with a new, distinct, and mathematically verified record of active, human-directed clerk intervention occurring within this action's digital pipeline this week. This is not a repetition of prior historical grievances, but a standalone real-time administrative obstruction. So I want to make it clear that this isn't just repeating the old felonies. The controlled baseline comparison. On Monday morning, July 13th, 2026, applicant submitted a notice of pending emergency stay application in the Supreme Court of the United States via One Legal. The LASC, the LA Superior Court automated filing system validated the metadata, and an intake clerk file stamped it within 2 days, placing U.S. Supreme Court case number 26A50 permanently into the local record. This proves the court's automated software has zero issue processing applicant's case number or routing filings directly to Department 222. Originally, remember, I was having problems. I would file stuff and then it would route it to Department 833 that I'm trying to fight jurisdiction for. Department 222 is the supervising judge of everybody, not just the civil court, but civil, criminal, family, everything. Tapia. Not two yet. The standalone 96-hour freeze. Later that same day, Monday, July 13th, applicant utilized the exact same One Legal metadata tags, meaning I did notice and I did everything exactly the same. I filed it as a notice only with the name extension, blah, blah, blah. The exact same case number, applicant utilized the exact same One Legal metadata tags, the exact same case number, and the exact same Department 222 designation to submit an administrative notice of renewal of demands pursuant to California Rules of Court, Rule 10.603. The evidence of human intervention. Here it is. As of 2 p.m. Pacific Time on Friday, July 17th, 2026, this second filing has been held in administrative limbo for almost 96 hours. A new record by twice as long. Because its electronic twin cleared the computer gatekeeper seamlessly, this asymmetric delay is mathematically impossible without a line clerk intentionally halting the file. A human supervisor has purposefully frozen this specific document in a manual queue to intercept, suppress, and delay a formal demand to investigate clerical record fabrication under Penal Code Sections 132 and 134. 2, preservation of special appearance and demand for administrative correction. This written submission is executed strictly under a special appearance. Applicant does not consent to the territorial or subject matter jurisdiction of this court to adjudicate the underlying merits and does not participate in any standard trial scheduling metrics. However, applicant explicitly demands that this department exercise its mandatory supervisory authority under California Rules of Court, Rule 10.603, to administratively halt all unauthorized proceedings and correct the fabricated clerical record. Pursuant to California Code of Civil Procedure, Section 410.50, this document operates solely as an unyielding objection to the court's authority, utilizing a special appearance to demand that the court's leadership end ongoing administrative fraud. This statement is filed in advance to completely neutralize any attempt by administrative clerks or the bench to falsely log a quote-unquote non-appearance, default, or failure to prosecute on July 24th, 2026. Applicant is present exclusively to declare that the administrative foundation of this action is void ab initio due to structural fraud. 3, escalation of the record to Justice Gorsuch. The court is formally notified that this localized pattern of back office manipulation has already been institutionalized within the federal judiciary under U.S. Supreme Court case number 26A50. Take further notice that on Monday, July 20th, 2026, applicant is executing a renewed application for an emergency stay under the All Writs Act, 28 U.S.C. Section 1651A, directly to Circuit Justice Neil Gorsuch. This impending federal application incorporates new structural constitutional arguments that I forgot on the other one, and establishes an open high court file specifically designed to capture, archive, and review whatever actions are taken by the bench or clerks during the July 24th, 2026 hearing. Now, because I have to mail it in again, it won't even reach there until Friday, and then it could take anywhere from a day, if the last filing is anything, and if you guys help it happen, to 3 weeks, depending on whatever the politics are. Okay, so, but during that time, I could dispatch through the mail whatever happened at July 24th. So that's in the mail as well, because the day you mail it is when it counts, and the file will be opened probably while the other one. I hope, we'll see. Anyway. If applicant's verbal communication is blocked, silenced, or administratively excluded during the July 24th call, it's not really a call, they call it Court Connect, it's a video actually, and I will be recording it, and if they say you can't record it, whatever it is, I'll do what I can, maybe on my phone, whatever. This written statement stands as applicant's conclusive, non-waived special appearance objection for all future appellate review, dated respectfully submitted. I got to get to work by, oh my God, I'm so excited for you, baby girl. I just checked before I started this. I said, are there any cancellations? What's going on? And Google's like, yeah, can I show you some seating? There's limited seats available, but everybody's very excited about this. I'm very excited. Go get them. Love the new song. Okay, and let's go to work and see if we can find some more now playing to do for you. That one was a good one. It's just exciting to go to work and listen to the radio and find this stuff, and it's exciting. Can't wait for lunch to see what's going on. I'm going to go right online. Lunchtime is going to be 1 a.m. It's going to be like 10 p.m. Pacific time, 1 or 2. I'm going in. It's going to be like 1. So 10, there might be some videos already uploaded for the concert. Okay? Everything's going great. Hang in there, everybody. It's a good day for a great day for sure. I'm feeling very good. Onward, Christian soldiers who aren't Christian anymore. And Godspeed to everybody coming out the other end in one piece. That's P-I-E-C-E. That's P-E-A-C-E and P-I-E-C. Bye. Oh my God, I got to make a mad dash. 6:50. I got 10 minutes. Okay, bye.